Normally I do shoes or whatever like current painting project is, but right now I kind of just feel like working on these. These are going to be signs for my new office. We just need some wall art, and this was a simple way to do it. So I made some, but I thought I promised to go live, so I am. I'm here. I just don't, I'm not in the shoe painting type of mindset at the moment. I'm too tired. This is easier. So forgive me if you wanted to see the rest of the shoes, but there's always Tuesday. There's always Tuesday. So I've already done these, and I just I'm drawing around. Oh, I didn't finish the part of the Y. Whoopsies. To make the gold foil stand out, I did this one for Valentine's Day not long ago. Scatter kindness everywhere. Of course, it comes with these lettering on it. I just do the background. Look, be awesome. Believe in yourself. That's fun too. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to. There's like a substance that actual watercolor artists use as a resist, and so you just put it on there beforehand, and it'll resist the watercolor. And you can also do the same thing with crayon. You can do it with white crayon if you are really super skilled, which I do not believe I am. But so I was gonna experiment with that at some point when I feel like it. It's been a long day. Really hasn't been a long week necessarily, but it's just, there's something to do every day. It just never stops. But that's why you got to make every day count. See what I did there? All right, I'm going to do this one. Sorry, office colors or company colors, actually. The blue and the orange. I ordered crumble cookie tonight, and although it's equally delicious, always is. I've never had a bad cookie from them, but they completely got my order wrong, and I'm assuming they just didn't have any of the cookies that I ordered. But instead of telling me, they just replaced it with chocolate chip cookies, which are usually good. They're fine. I mean, I'm eating it right now. It's fine. I'm just saying. I wish I could have been informed. Oh well. Should do an ASMR with this marker thing included, although God, it would take forever. I wish you could you can, but you can have sound when you speed things up, but the sound itself is also sped up because, I mean, of course it is, but you can't really have the pleasant ASMR sound live because it takes too long. So, I mean, I've done it before. I alternate. So I do this a little bit of the sound, and then I speed it up, and then a little bit more of the sound, speed it up. I guess I could do that. I was just thinking because there's nobody here, and I was not talking to myself until just now. Now I am. Hi, Maya. Hi, baby. Say hello to everybody. Say everybody must see my fur and nothing else. Nothing else. Yeah, let's just turn the screen. Excuse me. You're in everybody's way. It's supposed to be a really nice day tomorrow and this weekend. So, drastic change from last weekend. Oh, gotta love climate change. That's a little bit better. Did not notice there was such a glare. Sorry about that. And this weekend, I'm going to open another LO Surprise Crayola. I know some of you are very excited about that. I'm very excited about that. So that's that. I feel like this is just busy work more so than interesting something to look at. But if you want to watch, I applaud you. Thank you for supporting me. I'll paint something. No worries. I will not end the stream with the live without painting something, I promise. I was doing this at a meeting the other day. This is great meeting activity. Fabulous. I'm going to buy some frames this weekend and frame them. Put them up in the office. I think they'd look better framed than not. Almost done. Whoopsies. At first I was using like a fine tip marker, but this is better. It's much better just to, because the thicker lines definitely make it stand out more, in my opinion. Yeah, make it all count every day. Be awesome. I like the neons a lot. I want to do something with the neon again. Believe in yourself. This is another make every day count. I think this one, at first I didn't think that this one turned out as well, but I think I like it a lot. Scatter kindness everywhere. I guess I could trace around this. I just really like it the way it is, but I could. No, I think I'll wait. Actually, I like it the way it is. Let's do some watercolor painting, shall we? I'm supposed to tape it down though. Let me go grab a board. My apologies. I'll be right back. I really thought I had them. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Back with a board. Not Sarah board. But wait, what is it called? A foam core board? Yes. Kind of. So these are the ones I have. Like I told you, they're pre-printed. And this part resists the watercolor. So yeah, believe in yourself. I think I've done a lot of those though. Be awesome is a good one. I want to do something neon today. I've already done neon in that one though. Make every day count. This one I've done. Here, let me actually go get that one real quick and I'll show you. Sorry about that. So I did this one, and this is probably one of my very proudest watercolor paintings because I don't usually paint with watercolor. So of course that paintbrush is painted by me, and the letters are there already, and then I did the colorful background too. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint anything like that realistic today. We'll see how I feel. But I do like this one. It's one of my favorites. So this is a good one to do in case because I've done the other ones a lot. It's not really a good one for the office though. I work in a physical therapy office. This one's not bad in terms of everything. Dream, explore, discover. That's not bad. We can do that too. There's one. Anything else? I didn't think I had any more than that. No. It's very hard for me, at least I think it's hard to find watercolor resist pictures like that are already done. So that's why I was like, well, I guess I should try something with crayons or do my own, but it's just so much better when it's already done for you, so much more relaxing, in my opinion. Maybe it's just because I'm working too hard. All right, so I got my watercolor or my water. I've got brushes. I've got all kinds of stuff. Ready to roll. Just need to tape this down. Water, there it is. It's not time for a furry pause. It's not time. I know you think it's time, but it's not time. You have been fed. You have been cuddled. Why do you have to be here? I'm going to get tape in your fur and you're not going to like it. Move. This is really difficult with a cat. Please move. Please move. Thank you. There's still a cat hair in my tape. Oh well. Oh well. Comes with the territory, I suppose. Let me tape this down a little bit more. Don't like it to come up. All right. So watercolor paints. There they are. And I like to spray them down. The metallic ones are really cool too. I think the neon ones will be fun. Should I do I was thinking about doing like a telescope for this one. Just like the, hold on. I use, let me see something. Okay. Not a telescope. What is it called? Like one of those explorer scope things. What is it called? Oh my God. I know there's something about this, but I have an idea. I do have an idea real quick. Let me see. I'm going to get out a crayon and I'm going to do something. I Here, crayon. Put them up. You're back. Oh, thank you for spreading paint all over the place, but thankfully it's watercolor, so that washes out. Okay. So I need, in this case, sorry, everything's everywhere. I'm gonna get out a white crayon and I'm gonna draw like little stars and make like a night sky in the background. I think that would be therapeutic. I took all the wrappers off of these because I was gonna melt them down, but I did not do that. Just didn't end up happening. I think that'll be fun. So it's hard because you can't see what you're doing. That's one reason I don't like to do my own resists, but it's something fun to learn later on, I think. Okay, I still kind of want to do a telescope. Let me see what I can draw. All right, I'm going to try my best to draw with watercolors, which is difficult in my opinion, but I will do my best. So, what happened to the spray thing? Okay. It's this one. There we go. It's better. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay. Get the shape right first, and then I can do the details. Telescopes start a little skinny and they go fat as you go back on. I don't know how to explain that. Oh, nice. Okay. Things I've learned about watercolors is like the more watery, like I used to not like to do this because it's you have to wait for it to dry and the colors are not very pigmented, but that's kind of the appeal because you keep going, the more layers you put the better it gets, or the worse, it depends. Depends on what you're trying to do. But I like it more than I thought I would right now. Very relaxing. So I need a part in the middle to hold it. Again, I have plenty of these, so if I mess up, I can do another one. So I could have drawn it first in pencil. It's something new. That's an option. I just like the challenge. I like the challenge about not being able to erase. So then I'm trying to make it as big as I can because I want it to be fatter towards the end, because that's where the lens goes, of course. All right, and then at the beginning, this is where where you look through. So that has to be thin. There we go. Now the lens part. I mean, as long as it's bigger than where your eye goes, I think it'll make the same, like it'll look like a telescope. I hope nobody resents me for the shoe thing. I just can't do it tonight. It's too much for me to do. I have very high standards for myself in terms of shoes because I've been doing it a long time. And then suddenly if I have to, I just don't want to ruin it and have to start it. And I don't believe in ruining, I don't believe that ruining exists, but I would have to start over and it would take me longer to correct the mistakes and might as well just not even do it. Save it for a day where I have more creative energy, please. All right, that's supposed to be a telescope. Hopefully it looks like one. I think the opening's a little bit too big. One of the things I learned is you can use white acrylic paint to fix stuff like this, but let's try to avoid doing that for now. So then this, I'm considering the middle of it where it's going to be held up, and then there's these little legs. Legs have little pointy parts so they can stand. Stuff like that. Hold on. Tripod type of leg. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't care. It's one of those reasons you buy this experimental paper just to see what happens. It's no big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. Okay, so that's supposed to be a telescope. Let's see. I might get out some acrylic paint, some white acrylic paint, because I feel like it's almost okay. It would be better if I did it a different way. So hold on. Let me put some acrylic paint. This is like Mixed Media Monday. So this is what I want to do, is fix that part. Hopefully I'm not going over the gold too much. I want to leave room for the gold because that's part of what makes this what it is, the sign. That's why I chose to draw a telescope, is because it says the word explore, and I want to do like a night sky. But let's see if I can fix this part, just like erase a little bit, quote unquote. Okay, it's not as bad. It's better. Okay. So I'm going to leave, I guess I need to color that in. I would like it to be, I don't know, something. Something that's going to stand out. So I think I should make it, oh no, man. What color? Normally things are like this are like blue or gray or something, but the background's going to be a dark blue. So maybe I should make it a light blue. That would make sense to me. And whatever makes sense to me should make sense because it's mine. It's my drawing, so my painting. So doing a lighter blue because there's just going to be a darker blue background. But I still like to add a little bit of shadow to this too. So adding some shadow on the bottom. I'm really the worst at leaving white space, but in order to make it contrast, yeah, you probably should. I just hate leaving white space. It's not something I'm used to, but you can always go back over it with acrylic paint. So then this. I would like the blends to be highly concentrated paint because this is where you look through. This is where they see the dark. I'd actually kind of like it to be, no, I'll make it black. It's going to be okay. Okay, nice. I just want to go back over the shadow a little bit to make that stand out. Okay. And then maybe the legs too. I was thinking if the crayon doesn't work, I can go back over the stars with acrylic paint. So that's an idea. Something I didn't think of the first time. Whoopsies. All right. So that is my quote unquote telescope. Hopefully it looks more or less like a telescope. Let's just like make the part where your eye goes right a little bit darker. There we go. And now the fun part. Now we do the night sky in the background. I wonder if I have a broader brush. Let's see here. I don't see it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Let's do this one. There we go. Let's put this out. I like to use, I have a certain combination of colors when it comes to galaxy designs, and it's usually purple, pink, light blue, dark blue, and black, in case you're ever curious. So I'm going to do some purple first. Watercolor is best built upon after you wait for it to dry. I mean, I like to blend colors too, but I guess it depends on what you're doing, actually. I shouldn't give that teaching thing. So for this activity, I probably would be better if I did it while it was wet, but I don't think it's going to hurt if I do it while it's dry too. I'm not going to the very edge because sometimes it'll like it'll bleed over and then it just doesn't look as good. I prefer to have a border, but I want it to just look like a burst of color, you know? Like a little color just for out of nowhere, just in time. So I'm going to do dark to light. Well, actually, I'm probably not. My next color is going to be blue. A dark blue. Okay, so let's do a dark blue next. Oof, it's not as dark as I wanted, but it's actually kind of a pretty blue, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. So the next color I have to do, I'm going to do a lighter blue, but not as light as this one. So just a little lighter. A little lighter than before. Do 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 do. Any right fans in here? When I layer this with acrylic paint, I usually start with black first. I usually start with whatever the darkest color is, or whatever color you want the background to be, and that's I would layer that first. But watercolor is a little bit different, so you need to build on it. So I'm just going with the flow here. So I'm gonna do pink next. I want to make sure it's not gonna be like hot pink, hot pink. Okay, good. Okay, so I did dark blue, light blue, purple, pink. Next should be black, and I'm gonna use the same, like it's a metallic black. I think it'll look nice. I don't know if I have like, I don't think I have like a straight black, so I'm just gonna use the same metallic black I've been using. Oof, I like that. How concentrated that one was. That's nice. Sometimes I try. I'm doing my best. I've been doing my best. I've been trying to just play around. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, this is a Maya hair for sure. There's a hair in it. That's what happens when you're an artist and you have a long-haired cat. It just gets in everything. So I'm gonna like layer some of the black with more dark purple so it doesn't get to be mud. I think it might have censored. You'll have to text it to me. Don't start the party without me now. I'll be there tomorrow. I only worked 2 days this week, but I feel like, okay, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. I just feel like it was a long week, but it really wasn't. I don't know what happened, man. This kind of thing happens, I suppose, when you get older. Okay, so this is my first time attempting a watercolor galaxy, and I'm not the happiest with what I've done so far, but I also think I can fix it really well. So, and I guess this is why I primarily work in acrylics, is because I know how acrylics work. I understand them better. So I guess there's always that. But let me continue with the black just, and then I'll wait for it to dry. But see, the crayon showed up. I don't know if you'd see it. I'll hold it up in a moment when I'm done here. Oh my God. My hair is everywhere. Okay. So, as you can see, some of the crayon showed. Right there, there's crayons where I did some stars, but I am, like I said, I'm not really the happiest with how this is turning out. I think it's going to be better if I let it dry though, and then I'll go over top of it with acrylic paint. It was a fun little experiment. Not gonna lie, I had fun. All right, let's do something else while this dries. Hopefully I can, actually I can't. Do I have any more boards? Where the heck do they all go? Oh well, I'll make it dry. I'll make it. Okay, so it's probably more dry than it would have been. I'm gonna go back over this with acrylic paint. White acrylics. Probably for this purpose, it would be better to draw the, I think I might have to go over the entire telescope in white acrylic. Let's see. Just be careful not to go over the letters. Maybe some black acrylic paint too, might help. Let's do that. Let's do some black acrylic on the lens itself. It doesn't have to be all of it. Like I wasn't gonna make it a solid black because that'll make it look flatter, but I would like it to stand out a little bit more than it currently is. So that's why I'm adding some acrylic. There's that. Nice, much better. This is why I paint in acrylics, people. I try, but it's not pigmented enough and it drives me absolutely nuts. But I'm sure that's what people like about watercolors really is the subtleties. I'm down for mixed media. I'm always down for mixed media if you ever watch my lives on Mondays. I have nothing wrong with, there's nothing wrong with mixed media. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the legs too. It's much better. It looks much more like a telescope now. Lesson learned. Okay, so now I have to figure out how to fix. I guess there's nothing really wrong with the background, but I would like it to be. Trying to think, what should I do? I don't want to paint over it completely. I just want to make the stars shine up a little bit brighter, I guess. So I'll do this with acrylic paint. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint around the lettering instead of using Sharpie later, because I think it'll be, because all the colors will be more consistent. I think that's what's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. Not worried. But yeah, the acrylics definitely make this whole thing stand out more. I always love a good galaxy design. Okay, now I want to try to paint over the letters a little bit because I can't really see where I need to add stuff until I know how bold the letters are. So if you can't read it, it says dream, explore, discover, and that's what I'm outlining it for, so that you can read it. I do want to keep the gold, though. I like the gold. But, I mean, this is only resistant to watercolor, so I could technically paint over it with acrylics if I wanted it to be a different color. We'll see. Yeah, this is starting to come together better now. Come together right now. Over. I wanted to say discover. Cover. Don't mind the ambulance sounds. Live next to a hospital, comes to the territory. I don't even hear those anymore about the construction sound. I hate that so much, that freaking sound. Supposedly, it's OSHA required. Yeah, I need to have a word with OSHA. Or maybe they can put like AirPods in all the workers' ears so only they can hear the stupid backup sound and I don't need to hear it for the rest of my life. Or at least until they finish building it. Hands falling asleep. Carpal tunnel is fun. All right, so now it finally says discover. Woohoo! Now I just need to write dream and explore. Let's start with the last E of explore. So just painting around the letters so they'll stand out against the background. Painting around with acrylic paint. Because that's how we do. I don't know. I'm just actually experimenting. I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess that's not entirely true. I knew that acrylic paint would work well on watercolors, so not everybody has that information. I guess it makes sense. Almost done with explore, and then it's going to be dream. haven't decided. I think I want to keep the lettering gold, but there's a part of me that thinks it should be black, but I think gold is probably best. Okay, so dream, it just says explore, discover now. Now let's go to dream world. Put a little bit of water so it doesn't have to be so thick. I'm painting right to left for absolutely no good reason. It's probably, I should do the opposite since I'm right-handed, obviously. Oh well. Almost done. All right. Okay, it's done. What do we think? Let me hold it up for you. What do we think? Let me just tilt this. I rather like it. So I just drew that telescope with watercolor, painted it, whatever you want to call it. And I put watercolor in the background, and then I just like all the dark parts are, of course, acrylic paint, and I did acrylic paint in the background for the white too. I'm going to let that dry, and then I guess I'll try and frame that somewhere. That'll be fun. Okay, so I think I might stop the stream right here because this is a pretty good place to stop. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm doing shorter streams now because I think the playback time is easier because nobody wants to watch a playback of. It's more fun to be there live than it is to watch the playback, I guess. So, and also I'm tired. I work and I just don't stream as long as I used to, but that doesn't mean I can't. I would like someday I'll have a lot of energy and probably stream for like 4 hours or something. Today is not that day. So anyway, thank you so much for joining. If you like what you see, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm an artist. I do all kinds of paintings and drawings, and I also like to open toys once in a while, and I collect Crayola. So I'm a very interesting person, at least I think so. Okay, thank you so much. You guys have a great night.